All right, good morning, everyone. Today we're breaking down yesterday's Brewers-Cubs game. There were a lot of games on TV. I tried to watch as much as possible. I was a little bit busy. I did see this play live, and I'm making another video about Bryce Harper and Yamamoto not backing up third base. That's coming in a little bit. I saw both of those plays live. Let's break this one down right here. So Cubs are up 4-2. It's the fourth inning. We've got one out. We've got runners at first and third for the Brewers, and the Brewers attempt a safety squeeze. And so we're going to break down why you would run this. Was it a good idea? How did they execute? How did the defense execute? And then let me know if you see anything. I watched it live. I pulled this video up. I haven't broken it down yet, so we're just going to kind of do it live here together. Okay, so here we go. Here's the safety. We're going to bunt to first. First baseman's going to get it. Flip here. Now we've got a rundown. And eventually we're going to tag the runner out right here. So he is out. Okay, there are a ton of things that just happened, so let's rewind it and break the play down. Okay, let's start with this. First and third, typically with nobody out, if I have a batter that handles the bat well, I like this play. All you're gonna do is you're going to square around, right? So you're gonna square here. Typically, I like our hitter to bunt the ball to first base because the first baseman is holding that runner on, so he's gotta run a long ways. We bunt the ball this way, anywhere in this direction. This guy, once he sees the ball is down, he scores. This guy moves up to second. They take the out at first base. And now we have an RBI. We also have moved the runner into scoring position. Now, this is with one out. Usually, again, I like to do it with nobody out. This is with one out still. I'm not against the play. It's still early in the game, so that's fine. Let's talk about the actual execution of the play. And again, it's called a safety squeeze because on a suicide squeeze, this runner's just going to take off basically as this guy's swinging his arm. He has to bunt the ball. He's coming no matter what. He has to bunt the ball. If you get the ball down, you're almost always safe. With a safety squeeze, he's reading it, so he's not going right away. He bunts the ball, then he goes. And if it's not a good pitch, he does not have to bunt the ball. He can pull back and take it. So that's the difference between the two. Okay, so here's my thoughts on the play. First thing, when I'm looking at this base runner, for me, his lead is a little bit, he's right on the bag. He's only a few steps away from the bag. Now, I know that there's a possibility of a pick, even though it's a very rare possibility because it doesn't happen very much. He can get off at least as far as this third baseman is, so he could be even further down here. And actually, as I watch this is interesting. Look at the third baseman. I'm going to kind of go back and forth here. The third baseman gives a little pump fake right there. So as the pitcher lifts his leg, look at the third baseman, give a little pump like, I'm going to pick you, and then he settles in right there. So I don't know if he does this every time, but here's, if you just watch the third baseman here again, you can see the jab. Like he's jabbing like he's going to possibly pick, trying to keep him a little bit closer, it looks like. Anyways, even with that, he's still way too close. He's like right on top of the bag. I've got to get as far down as I can because as you can see here, if it's not a perfect bunt, there still can be a play. Like this is not an automatic run. And so just watch the runner. When the ball is bunted right there, let's go back to where it's bunted. It's bunted right there. Like for me, that almost should be like his primary lead. And then his secondary lead would have got him down further because we need to anticipate and you need to get a great jump on this. Now the bunt. The bunt, put it in a good spot. Maybe put a little hard. If you can, you want to kill it. But even though it's not killed, like this typically I feel like should be able to get the runner home right here. If we do a good job at third base, getting a good primary, getting a good aggressive secondary, and then as quickly as possible, we see the ball is bunted down. Obviously, you can't go early because if it's bunted up, you got to get back. I still feel like they could have scored a run, but like he's out by a lot, and he was actually starting to break it down right there. Like right as the flip is coming in, he starts to break it down. You might ask, why is he breaking it down? Teams will teach if you're out by a lot at the plate, you slam on the brakes, you get into a rundown so that the runners can then move up to the next base. So in this case, he's trying to stay in the rundown so we can get second and third, which actually does happen. So it's a good job at this point on by the runner to be able to stay in the rundown. But on a safety squeeze for me, again, like I don't think this should ever happen. It should be at worst a very close play at the plate. And obviously it's not. Like he's already conceding that he's out. He's stopping and he's now gonna, again, get in the rundown. I will say he does a good job. He stays in the rundown. We won't show all that, but he stays in the rundown so that the the runners can move up to the next base. So see right here, once he stays in rundown, this guy's going to go here and this guy's going to go there. So good job there. But again, I wasn't a huge fan of his lead or secondary at third base. Now, defensively, first baseman does a good job. So first baseman has to hold the runner on. Again, the reason why we teach the bunt this way is because he technically doesn't have a responsibility. Like, he could come crashing in even more. He can't, because if he crashes in early, he just steals because no one's covering first. So he has to hold the runner on. But he does a good job the second that the pitcher's leg lifts right there, right? So right when he lifts, he is going to start to break in. This is actually really interesting now that I watch this. It's an 0-0 count, so they haven't shown a safety yet. It's the first pitch of the at-bat. He is going, like, he's starting to run home. Just watch the first baseman. He's starting to run towards the plate before the batter even squares. It's like he knew the safety was coming. Look at, he's breaking in. The batter hasn't moved. Now the batter squares, and here he comes. So really interesting. Again, I don't watch the Brewers very much at all. I don't know if they do this all the time. But the fact that we have a kind of like a fake jab here to keep this guy close, and then this guy's coming right away, and this guy hasn't even squared yet. Now, maybe he is, it's tough to see. He could be up in the box a lot more, giving it away, and that might be a little tell. But it's like they're really prepared for this play right there. So watch the first baseman. He comes crashing hard. Field, throw. So really, really good job by the first baseman, anticipating it, breaking hard. Now, once you see hands, you are flying in. But look at, like, when the ball is bunted, the first baseman is almost further in. He technically is probably a bit further than this guy, and he's got a full head of steam. So he does a really good job. That's why I'm saying this guy has to get off more, has to get a better secondary. So good job by the first baseman, attacking it, flipping it, boom. Got him. So that's the play. I don't mind the play call. I think it's perfectly fine. I like safety squeezes. I like bunting the ball to first base. Base running could have been a little bit better. Solid job by the defense being prepared for this situation. Let me know what else you see in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.